Hey, welcome back to Money Smart Basics. Today we're going to talk about a decision that has made some people wealthy and left others completely broke. Let me ask you a question. If you won the lottery today, millions of dollars, would you take the lump sum or the annuity? Now, most people don't hesitate. They say, "Give me my money right now." But what if I told you that decision alone could determine whether you stay wealthy or go broke within 5 years? And yes, that happens more often than people think. First, let's break this down in simple terms. When you win the lottery, you typically get two options. Option 1, the lump sum. That's a one-time payment, but it's reduced, sometimes significantly reduced, because you're getting the cash up front. Option 2, the annuity. That means you get paid over time, usually 20 to 30 years. So right away, we're dealing with two different mindsets. The lump sum is about control and immediate access. The annuity is about structure and long-term security. Now here's where it gets interesting. Most people lean toward the lump sum because it feels like more power, but power without discipline can be dangerous. See, money doesn't change people, it exposes them. And if someone has never managed large amounts of money before, receiving millions overnight can actually work against them. Let me say that again. Wealth without wisdom can destroy faster than poverty ever could. Now, on the flip side, the annuity acts like a forced paycheck. It slows things down. It gives you time to adjust, to learn, to grow into your wealth. But here's the question nobody talks about. What happens after those payments stop? We'll get into that, but first, I want to show you what happens when people choose wrong. Let's talk about reality, not theory. There are countless stories of lottery winners who took the lump sum and within a few years lost everything. One of the most well-known examples is Jack Whittaker. This man won over $300 million. He chose the lump sum. Within a few years, his life spiraled. Legal issues, theft, family struggles, financial mismanagement. He went from abundance to chaos. Now I want you to understand something. The problem wasn't the money. The problem was the lack of structure, guidance, and discipline. And this is where your message becomes powerful, because this isn't just about lottery winners. This is about anybody who receives a large amount of money. Inheritance, settlement, business sale, retirement payout, same principle. Now let's flip it. Let's say someone chooses the annuity. They receive steady income over 30 years. That sounds safe, right? And in many ways, it is. Because it protects you from yourself. You can't overspend what you don't have access to. But here's the hidden danger: complacency. When money keeps coming in, people often stop planning. They don't invest. They don't build additional income streams. They don't prepare for the future. And then one day, the payments stop. No more checks, no more safety net. And now the question becomes, what did you build during those 30 years? Because if you didn't build anything, you're right back where you started, maybe worse. So now you see, both options come with risk. Lump sum risk equals mismanagement and fast loss. Annuity risk equals dependency and lack of preparation. So what's the right choice? That's what we're about to break down next. All right, now let's bring this home. Because this isn't about telling people what's right or wrong, it's about showing them how to think. Here's the truth. The best option is not about the money, it's about the person. If someone has financial discipline, education, and a plan, the lump sum can be powerful because now you can invest, create multiple income streams, leverage opportunities, build generational wealth. But, and this is important, if you don't have a plan, that lump sum can disappear faster than you ever imagined. Now let's talk strategy. If someone chooses the lump sum, they should immediately slow down, build a team, financial advisor, tax professional, estate planner. Invest for income, not just growth. Create a do not touch reserve. Avoid lifestyle inflation. Now, if someone chooses the annuity, they should treat it like a business. Every payment is an opportunity. Instead of spending it all, you allocate it. Some for living, some for investing, some for building additional income streams. Because remember, the annuity is temporary, but what you build from it can be permanent. Let me give you a powerful perspective. Think of the annuity as seed money, and your job is to plant those seeds over 30 years so that when the payments stop, you have a forest, not an empty field. Now let me leave you with this. Whether it's a lump sum or an annuity, the real question is, do you control your money or does your money control you? Because at the end of the day, it's not about how much you receive. It's about what you do with what you receive. All right, now let's bring this home, because at this point, you've seen the risks. But now I want to show you what happens when people get it right, because success leaves clues. Let me tell you about a man named David. David chose the lump sum. Now, like most people, he had every opportunity to go out and spend it fast. But David made a different decision. He slowed down. For the first several months, he didn't make any major purchases. Instead, he focused on building a plan. He surrounded himself with the right people, a financial advisor, a tax professional, an estate planner. And then he asked himself one powerful question: what can this money produce? Not what it can buy, but what it can build. So David took a portion of his money and invested in income-producing assets, real estate, rental properties bringing in monthly cash flow, dividend-paying stocks generating passive income, even small business partnerships. He kept his lifestyle simple. No pressure to impress people, no reckless spending. And 5 years later, David wasn't just a lottery winner. He had built multiple streams of income. His money was working for him. And here's the key. Even if that original money disappeared, his system would still produce income. Now let me show you the other side. A woman named Angela. Angela chose the annuity, 30 years of payments. And people questioned her decision. They said she was missing out. They said she should have taken the lump sum. But Angela understood herself. She knew she needed structure. So instead of treating the annuity like free money, she treated it like a strategy. Every single year when that payment came in, she followed a system. She lived on a portion and invested the rest. Year after year, she built into index funds, retirement accounts, and real estate opportunities. She paid off debt, built her emergency fund, and avoided upgrading her lifestyle too fast. Now here's where it gets powerful. Around the halfway point, her investments started producing income. By year 25, she didn't even need the annuity anymore. And when the payments stopped after 30 years, there was no fear, no panic, because Angela had built something bigger than the annuity. She built assets, she built income, she built security. So what's the lesson? It's not about lump sum, it's not about annuity, it's about discipline and strategy. Because both David and Angela did the same thing. They didn't just receive money, they multiplied it. Let me leave you with this. Whether you get money all at once or over time, the real question is, are you building income or just spending opportunity? Because wealth is not about what you receive, it's about what you build with what you receive. If this message hit home for you, go ahead and like this video, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. Lump sum or annuity, which one would you choose and why? And remember, your financial future is not decided by luck. It's decided by wisdom, discipline, and the decisions you make today. The information provided in this content is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be considered financial, legal, or tax advice. Always consult with a qualified financial advisor, tax professional, or legal counsel before making any financial decisions. The creator of this content is not responsible for any actions taken based on the information provided. Investments and financial decisions carry risk, and past performance does not guarantee future results.